53,000 and change. 53,000. That's the number of motorcycles that were stolen in the United States in 2021, because the stats aren't out for 22, because I guess somebody stole the damn things or something. I don't know. So we all know that bike thefts, this is not new. This has been going on forever. Somebody swipes your ride. It happens all the time. I believe it even happened to a YouTube channel a couple years ago in Daytona. Somebody decided they wanted their motorcycle more than they did, and it went away with them. But here's just a couple stats on this, on stolen motorcycles. Motorcycle thefts are up, I have notes, 25.6% since 2019. So, yeah. And in the United States, let me see here, the number one state for stolen bikes is California with 9,345. Texas is second place with 4,263. And third place, which surprises me, it's third place and not second because of Daytona, is my lovely state of Florida at 3,698 stolen motorcycles the last year they had data. That really pisses me off for a whole lot of reasons, but one of which is it bothers me, the idea that you work like a damn animal to afford things that you can get, like you finally get the Harley you've always wanted, and some prick decides to just pick it up, throw it in the back of a box truck. They use a claw out of the back of a box truck a lot. Nab your bike, throw it in a box truck, and next thing you know, it's parted out in El Salvador. Like, it's typically they're exported out the country because, you know, VIN numbers and stuff are difficult. Otherwise, maybe just some jerk riding around on a different colored street glide because, you know, they all look the same. I apologize, I was interrupted, and I don't do editing, so that's what you get. So, recently I was actually contacted a while back from the company that sells the wireless CarPlay thing. They sent me one of those, and I did a video on it and stuff. We all thought that was cool. A lot of people bought them. That's all fine and dandy and stuff. But they're like, we got a new product. Basically, I'm not going to use the name of the company we all know when it comes to cars, but they've created a device for tracking your motorcycle. The device is cheap. Tracking service ain't bad. I paid for it, so figured we'd talk about that for a while. The company's Autosky. So if you remember, I had that box, and I'll try and put a link or something in the description of that video, but there's a box you can plug into your bike if you have the microphone disabled or enabled on your bike, or you've got the pluggy thing inside the fairing and all that crap, that it'll make your CarPlay wireless, so your phone can be in your saddlebag and that stuff work. That's all aside, different product altogether. This guy they came out with is called the Autosky Plus. That's it. That little guy. It's $30 for this box. It's USB rechargeable, and there's another version of it. This guy. This one is an option where you can get one that's hardwired to the bike. Goes under the saddle and all that stuff. I'm going to use this one too eventually, but I haven't hooked it up yet. I got this one activated, the little portable one. But in hindsight, you know, this guy's going to sit there and use juice off your battery. Not much, can use very little. But if you leave your bike, you know, stored for long periods of time, this could wear in your battery if you're not using a trickle charger or something like that, or a, battery tender or all that kind of stuff. But this guy, you hide deep down in the bowels of the motorcycle and it's plugged up to your battery. It uses practically nothing, but still, there's something pulling on your battery, right? So I don't know if this is my favorite choice, even though I'm going to use it, versus this guy. Because this guy is USB rechargeable and lasts a very, very, very long time. So this guy is probably my favorite now. But this guy has a really, really strong magnet on the back of it, okay? So you stick it anywhere on your bike. You know, I'd probably stick it, you know, where you're seated. I'll show you in a minute where I'm going to put this. Actually, I shouldn't. I have to, because someone's going to see it at Sturgis and go, hey, he's got a tracking device under in that spot, so just pull that off before you steal his bike. I'm a damn idiot, but I'm going to show you where I think the best place to put it. Also, might put a piece of black of electrical tape on it, because as you'd imagine, it has these little lights, I don't know if you can see that show that it's online. And at dark, you might see that. You know what I'm saying? So you put a little piece of electrical tape or something on there, and no one will see the lights from under the seat. They'll say, like, don't steal me. Or they won't steal the bike because they know it's got a tracker on it. But anyway, it's magnetic. It pings a signal. You set the interval because it saves your battery. You can make it every 30 minutes if you want to, because if somebody's stolen the bike, you know, it'll sit in places for a while. Every 30 minutes you get a location update, and they can get it down to, I'll tell you right now, this one knows it's at my house. It's done via an app. There's an app in the App Store called Autosky Plus. You download that, you create an account, that don't cost nothing, but as soon as you add one of these GPS devices, it's done by the serial number on the back of it. You add one of these GPS devices to your account, and then you pay a monthly fee to track it. I paid $13. I think it was like 80 something bucks for 6 months, but for 6 months, I know where this box is all the time. Also, it gives you a warning if the battery's getting low on it, so you know to pull it off and charge it up. Again, it's magnetic. It's not like you have to uninstall it. It's just stuck on your bike. You pull it off, plug it up to the USB. It's under this rubber cover. Charge it up, stick it back on. Plug it. I mean, I charged it. I think I charged it for 30 minutes yesterday. It went from damn near flat to full. So battery lasts a long time. You can feel it's got some heft to it. It's all battery. You know what I mean? Like, this thing's going to last a real long time. It'll let me know when it's getting low. I pull it off, I charge it, I stick it back on. So for 90 bucks every 6 months, or you can save money if you want to do like a full year and all that stuff, I know where my bike is all the time. So does my wife, though. Huh. There are ups and downs to all situations. But, so anyway, so this guy, that was really cool. The hardwire one's cool too, but I still think this is more my speed, because then I can just, you know, pop it. I can move it from bike to bike. It's not assigned to the motorcycle. It's just this box. So if you want to stick it on your truck, stick it on your bike. I was about to say something really inappropriate. Whatever. Stick it on your motorcycle, stick it on your ATV, stick it on your golf cart, stick it on whatever. This thing you can move around and you always know where this is. You can also set things like speed alerts. So if it goes over a certain speed, so let's say you got Kiddo. Kiddo's got a hopped up little, let's be honest, Hyundai or something these days, right? You stick this guy on there, and if this device ever travels faster than a certain speed, say 95 mile an hour, that's awful high, but if you want to set it to that, you'll get a notice on your phone. Bing! It's going 96, and you can see its history and see how fast it was going. You can see where it is, where it was, all that sort of fabulous stuff. So that is badass, that you can actually sort of use it as a bit of a nanny device on your kiddos if they're driving and they're young and all that stuff. Or maybe, I'm not going to go into it. I was going to say, if you got a muscle car and you lend it to the wife one night and you see that sucker win 130, ask me how I know these sorts of things. All right? So anyway, this guy is like 13 bucks a month to track. I'm sure you pay per device, so if I added that one, it'd be another 13. I think it's worth it, and I'm going to do it because we're going to put it on some of these bikes. So people see them in Sturgis want to steal them, they won't know any better. But anyway, so let's show how I'm going to stick this on. Can't really show you the app. I wanted to, and here's the reason why. It shows where my house is, and I could not figure out a way to not show, here's the map. It's just as high def and detailed as Apple Maps or Google Maps. It shows my court, shows my house, my address, and shows where it is. It also shows when it starts moving, because this one's set right now, I think, to 10 seconds. I need to turn that up because it doesn't need a ping every 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Every 10 seconds, you're just watching it go down the highway. I need like every 30 minutes to know where it is. So I'm going to change that. It's going to make the battery last longer. But anyway, so I wish I could show you that, but I can't. But it's Autosky Plus, and I'll put a link to this thing down below and all that stuff. But let me show you where I'm going to put this guy. Before I forget, because I was about to, I need to say thank you to the almost 100 people that signed up for the Pro Monkey Nation memberships we set up on the channel. And I want to address this real quick because I know that some people got really upset going, what do you mean it's going to cost money to watch your videos? It's not. You're watching one right now, if you didn't know. We're friends. We're still friends. It's okay if you don't want to sign up, and that's all right. I'm not going to look down on you. You're no less of a person or all that stuff. We just had a lot of people who wanted to contribute to help with things like the cost that it's going to be to put a custom seat on the shovel head, the money that I would not get back when I sell it because I overpaid for it. Anyway, so things like that, little stuff like that. It's just not a money-making scheme. It's just money that we're going to put back into the bikes that we will not realize when we sell them on. You're just helping to fund those projects. That's it. Not trying to make money off of you. And if you don't want to do it, it's fine. I get it. I'm not going to look down on you, okay? But I need to thank the almost 100 people that are like, yeah, I'll help with that. That bike needs a pretty seat, and I know you ain't going to get the money back, so I'll chip in. That's all it is. It's okay. What do you get if you become a member? You get an emoji by your name. You get things like, it depends on the level you do, you get things like members-only live streams. If you go all in, I do a ton of like private little updates of what we're doing, what's going on in our lives, pictures, things like that. And then some videos that are going to be members-only, but that's just very few, right? So we're still together. We're still friends. It's okay. But those of you who decide to sign up, love you to death. I appreciate it. If you're interested, there's a join button. It's okay if you're not. Okay? All right? All right. Now let's get back to the tracker for the motorcycle. All right. So to me, as an example on the ST, there is a perfect little spot right up there that's frame, right? Actually, be easier on the other side. But all this in here would only take me a second to move that aside. Bam. Do you hear that? It is heat resistant. It's not going to melt it or put it down, but that's how strong that magnet is. Again, you might want to put, electrical tape over them lights, but look, shit, you can't get the damn thing off very easily. There you go. So you could put electrical tape over those lights if you can see them. I probably would, because there would be a little bit of a glow, but there you go. There's one example, and I just popped it right off, so if I want to go over to the old shovel, stick it on there, I can do that. Whatever I want to do. If I want to, when I'm at Sturgis, maybe hide it somewhere on the chopper. You know what I mean? Just so in case it goes disappearing. Someone real quick, side note's going to say, they steal more Hondas than Harleys. No. There are just more Hondas than Harleys in the world. That's what that is. It's not that they're more desirable. There's more of them. That's how statistics work. Anyway, so what do you think? I want to know, seriously. So this thing's $30. I'll put the link. It's like 13 and change a month if you do a 6-month thing like I did. There's a 12-month thing. There's shorter. You can do it monthly if you want and all that sort of stuff. But this is a cool product that I genuinely think could save somebody a whole lot of trouble. So try it out. Love you all to death. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.